February 10, 2025. Daily Bread. Passage. Daniel chapter 3 verse 1 to 18. Key verse. Verse 18. Title. We will not serve your gods. King Nebuchadnezzar made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits, and its breadth 6 cubits. He set it up on the plain of Dura, in the province of Babylon. Then King Nebuchadnezzar sent to gather the satraps, the prefects, and the governors, the counselors, the treasurers, the justices, the magistrates, and all the officials of the provinces to come to the dedication of the image that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then the satraps, the prefects, and the governors, the counselors, the treasurers, the justices, the magistrates, and all the officials of the provinces gathered for the dedication of the image that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. And they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. And the herald proclaimed aloud, You are commanded, O peoples, nations, and languages, that when you hear the sound of the horn, pipe, lyre, trigon, harp, bagpipe, and every kind of music, you are to fall down and worship the golden image that King Nebuchadnezzar has set up. And whoever does not fall down and worship shall immediately be cast into a burning fiery furnace. Therefore, as soon as all the peoples heard the sound of the horn, pipe, lyre, trigon, harp, bagpipe, and every kind of music, all the peoples, nations, and languages fell down and worshipped the golden image that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Therefore at that time certain Chaldeans came forward and maliciously accused the Jews. They declared to King Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever! You, O king, have made a decree that every man who hears the sound of the horn, pipe, lyre, trigon, harp, bagpipe, and every kind of music, shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoever does not fall down and worship shall be cast into a burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom you have appointed over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, pay no attention to you. They do not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar in furious rage commanded that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be brought. So they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar answered and said to them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that you do not serve my gods or worship the golden image that I have set up? Now if you are ready when you hear the sound of the horn, pipe, lyre, trigon, harp, bagpipe, and every kind of music, to fall down and worship the image that I have made, well and good. But if you do not worship, you shall immediately be cast into a burning fiery furnace. And who is the God who will deliver you out of my hands? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you in this matter. If this be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of your hand, O king. But if not, be it known to you, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up. Daily Bread Message. King Nebuchadnezzar forced his royal officials from greatest to least to bow before a 90-foot image of gold. Otherwise, they would be thrown into a fiery furnace. This is a counterfeit of God's truth in which all those who refuse to bow before Jesus in this life will be thrown into the fiery lake of hell in the next life. The devil works very hard to plant fear of death in our hearts so that we will compromise and bow before false gods and religions. The world gives into these fears, but we Christians must not shrink back in the face of persecution. Daniel's 3 friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, refused to bow and were brought before the king. He gave them one more chance and planted fear that no God could save them. But they boldly told him that even if they were thrown into the fiery furnace, they trusted that God was more than able to save them. And even if he chose not to, they trusted God and loved God faithfully, and would not serve false gods nor bow before the king's idol. Their faith in God, who was able to save them if he chose, extinguished all the flaming arrows of doubt in the spiritual battle. They believed that nothing could separate them from the love of God. Prayer. Father, I repent my fear of persecution and the spirit of compromise. By faith, I trust in your power and love and will serve you only. One word. I will serve God only.